Hello, welcome to Red Eye. Freemelt just published its full year report, and we are joined by CEO Daniel Gidlund. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you.
So how would you summarize the report? What were the highlights?
2025, it was a record year for Freemelt from many aspects. Net sales, we grew 172% versus last year. So we had a net sales of 54.5 million SEK. 2025 also was a record year in regards to machine sales. We sold 12 new machines. Also from an installation point of view, it was a record year as well. If we then zoom in on Q4, we posted a net sales of 15.6 million, so also good quarter on that aspect. On the order intake was slightly slower than previous quarters, but it was more due to delayed orders than a slowdown in interest. So I think on the commercial side, I would say it has been a really strong year for Freemelt. On the operational side, we also decided to outsource our supply chain during 2025 to Scanfil, as we can see now, to be better prepared for the ramp up and scale up in regards to machine sales. And lastly, we also stepped into China. China is the fastest growing market when it comes to metal AM, and the contract with Gidlund as a partner was also an important step. So that would be my summary.
Yep. And yeah, you mentioned the slow order intake lately, and you mentioned that there have been some delays. Do you know if you have lost any deals?
We haven't lost any deals, and most of the sales still has been through the academia, which have quite rigorous, let's say, tender processes. Having that said, there is quite unpredictable regarding when those tenders are closing, and that's why also you can see some swings between the different kind of quarters as well.
Yeah. And you said that you currently have 9 active customer projects, and in your webcast you said that you're making great progress in these. Which projects are you particularly pleased with?
That's a good question. I'm pleased with actually all the. I mean, we haven't communicated all products. I mean, we started 12 new products during 2025, and of course, I mean, in agreements with customers, we communicate when we can communicate. But if we should focus on the ones that has been public, so I would say that the Saab, we have 2 products with Saab, and I think that's it's going well. I think that's really positive. I mean, defense is one of the focus areas. The other one is fusion for energy. I think in fusion as such, we have established a really strong position. It's a very exciting application. It is in an early phase, which means that we also have a possibility to impact and influence also the maybe the design, but also the manufacturing technology. Here we have made really strong progress. And lastly, of course, what's critical, I mean, the industry with the most mature situation of serial production through AM is medtech. And we have worked now since end of 2024 with 2 global medtech companies, which are demanding, but at the same time they also they're very clear in regards to what they're looking for, which means that they give us really good feedback. They steer us in a good direction. So that's extremely important for us as well. So I would highlight those projects as key for us.
And just could you help us understand like the success rate in turning these projects into orders? I mean, if you look back, is it mainly a matter of time, or do some projects fail?
If you look into the products as such, I mean, these are commercial products, first of all, which means that customers pays for this product, which means that they, in most of the cases, have done quite some thorough investigation before they come and ask us for these products. So there is a clear, let's say, commercial intentions, which first of all is good. So from that aspect, the likelihood for making success is higher. Having that said, we're still working with quite complex materials and some complex applications as well. Why it's which also takes time. Why it's a bit difficult to maybe comment on that one. But I can mention UK AEA. Which came to us, this is back 2 years ago, and they then wanted to do a material study. So the first phase, which went fine, and then they went through all those different steps and ended up by purchasing a machine. So, and that took roughly 1.5 years as well. And if you zoom in on the products that we have communicated now for the past, let's say 15 months, and now, as you said, I mean, we have 9 ongoing after the quarter as well. I would say that so far we're making good progress in the majority of the progress, but for sure everyone will not end up in serial production.
Right.
Yeah.
You recently announced an MOU with Novatron Fusion Group. Could you tell us like how this fits into your other activities and relations within the fusion area?
I mean, fusion energy it's such a hot topic at the moment. I mean, China communicated in their 5-year plan that it's one of the 3 strategic areas with quantum, AI, and then you have fusion. US have done the same now. Even Europe and EU also did raise some ambitions about the fusion as well. So it's really a hot topic from that point of view. And we have managed to establish a very strong position within the European part. So both with UKAEA, with Fusion for Energy or ITER, and now complementing this with Novatron, which is the only Nordic option at this moment, commercial option of fusion. I think complements really well the other, let's say, relationships and the contribution we do. And I think also the good thing here is that most of these organizations they also work together. So Novatron also works with Fusion for Energy, etc. So just to establish an even stronger position in that the network is something that is really positive. Right. And the fact, of course, I mean, it's a Nordic focus, and I think if we can contribute even more from an ecosystem point of view, I think that would also be even more valuable.
Yeah. Which market segments offer the best commercial opportunities, you think? Sure, if you categorize them short and long term.
Yeah, I think then I think it's important to look into the adoption maturity. And if you take medtech, for instance, I mean, medtech and orthopedic implants, they are already on board when it comes to additive manufacturing, and even from a powder bed fusion perspective as well. Having that said, it's a regulatory industry, so of course, I mean, it takes time to get the processes and the machines certified. But they have already decided that this is a technology they're going to use for serial production. So if those proof of concepts goes well, then I think we could expect some, let's say, larger volumes coming from there as well. The industry of medtech has stated that they should go from roughly 5% of all the implants produced with AM to be more than 20% by 2032. So it's definitely some growth opportunities. The other vertical I would raise is fusion energy. despite the fact it's still in research, let's say, focus, but the research industry is really big. I mean, the focus I mentioned before is really driven by commercial forces now. So AI, data centers, etc. Energy is crucial. So it's a lot of money that is coming into a new development, and just to build the research reactors will drive a lot of sales as well. So I think that also should be in the short to medium term. We'll see some potential growth there as well. And then last but not least, as an industry, I mean defense. But defense is more of the fact that they're coming from a traditional manufacturing, and here you need to redesign products, you need to requalify products before you start to ramp up for production. And I think it's not about money here. The funding is available, but the high demand that defense is facing at the moment as well, also I think potentially slows down the innovative part. So here I would say to medium to long term, we will see larger volumes from a defense point of view.
So finally, what will be your key priorities during 2026?
Yeah, I think as a company, I mean the commercial traction we started to gain during 2025. We'll of course continue to harvest and focus on. I think the key for us as a small company scaling up is focus. We need to make sure that we really close those started projects successfully. We will continue to focus on medtech, energy and defense, and also academia as well. But it's really now to ramp up the commercial side and really make sure that we close these opportunities that we have started in a successful way, and then also continue our, let's say, efforts in continue to build an even stronger pipeline moving forward as well.
Right. Exciting times ahead.
It is.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.
Want to stay updated on the company? Click here to visit the company page and add it to your watch list. Add all your holdings to stay informed.